And that kind of goes right into our next category, which is measurability and tracking. You know, Big Lou is talking to someone very, very specific. So talk about the precision targeting of direct response marketing versus traditional marketing.
Yeah. So the other part of that ad, and I almost wish I could have played it for you, is so call Big Lou. Okay. So when people call, they ask for Lou.
Yeah.
Okay. Every time a call comes in where they ask for Lou, there's a way for them to track.
Right.
Okay. And we do that in a lot of our ads and ads for my clients. I will ask them who answers your phone. People are more comfortable with calling and asking for a specific person, not just calling and saying, "Oh yeah, I got your thing in the mail," or "I saw your thing on social media." If they can call and say, "Hey, can I talk to Craig?"
Right.
"Hi Craig, I'm calling about this special that you have going." "Oh yeah, no problem."
Right.
Okay. And so that's part of the being able to track it and track your ROI. Okay. And so the ad that I showed you, bring in the coupon, is another way to do it. We've had some fun with it in ads before. When we ran around Thanksgiving, we said to get this special promotion, call and use the word turkey. And people were calling up and doing gobble gobble and all those types of things. But every time that would happen, the person answering the phone was tracking. And then if that call turned into a customer, we're tracking. We're tracking how much they spend, how many of them who call come in, how many calls we get, all of it. With with traditional advertising, you don't have any of that.
Right.
People don't walk in and say, "Hey, give me a new Coke. I just saw the ad." Or
Right.
give me that sandwich. They don't have the ability to do that, and so a lot of times we try to attach something to get them so that it's able to track. I'll tell you another way we do tracking for people that are online. We can get phone numbers, specific phone numbers that we put in just for a certain campaign or ad.
Right.
Okay, and so and those phone numbers are trackable. So
Mm.
we know how many ads, how many calls are coming in from that ad. We don't have that phone number anywhere else, not on a website, not on social media, just in that campaign.
Right.
And I'll give you an example of where that worked really well. I had a client in Florida. We did a campaign and we used a phone number like that. And when we went to back to the client and he went to his he had more than one location. He went to his people and said, "Hey, how is this working?" And they said, "Oh, we're not very good. We haven't gotten much business off of it." Well, when we went and tracked the phone number, they had gotten in 2 weeks 75 calls to that phone number.
Wow.
Yeah, and so then when we pressed it a little more, we said, "Geez, our stats show that 75 calls came in off of that campaign." "Oh, well, that must have been the ones that we didn't answer." So then we went on to, yes, exactly. You should have seen the owner's face.
Right.
We went on to find out that the campaign was working so well, they were so busy, they couldn't handle it all. And
Yeah.
so the guy, the manager there said, I'm just not answering the phone.
Wow.
So
Wow.
there brought out a wart in his business that he wasn't aware of,
Yeah.
and helped him with some adjustments. But it's kind of ironic. No, it's not working that well. Yet when we started a campaign, they were so busy they couldn't answer the calls.
Yeah. That's something that that's a topic you bring up that wasn't necessarily meant for this conversation, but if you're going to do direct response, you have to expect response. And there's the human factor involved is, can I do this all myself? Or do I need automation to help me? Do I need to hire someone else to handle the calls? Or do I let it go to voicemail and return the phone calls? But you and I as marketing strategists for other companies and entrepreneurs and small businesses have to prepare them in advance of what to expect because it can be overwhelming, right?
It I've seen countless times, and And as you mentioned, us being strategists, one of the things that I kind of morphed into because of how many different I now do some business coaching for that very reason of what you talked about.
Yeah.
We get some marketing going for them, get a campaign, and it overwhelms them a little bit. And then I have to talk to them about you're going to have to do this. Some cases it's add staff, it's automate, it's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. One example that was coming up when you were talking about the phone numbers is that whenever we see there are companies using direct response on TV, and generally they are for products, like the there's a slicer, dicer, chopper thing like that, and it comes on. And wait, if you order by, in the next 10 minutes, you'll get this and this, and they're adding bonuses and reasons to respond right now. And it's a compelling, irresistible reason to respond. But what they do have is a phone number that is trackable, because that phone number, this ad is running around the United States, but that phone number that we're seeing is only right here in the Southern California market, right? So they can tell that particular ad is working or it's not working, versus one that's running in, let's say, Kansas. No one's responding to this ad. They don't want this product right now. Maybe we have to redo the ad, or we have to redo the offer, or whatever. But the point is, they can track that based on the phone number you're seeing is very different than the one in Kansas is seeing, or even in Northern California is seeing. So
Right. And that allows them to identify even like their best markets.
right.
Okay. Or
Exactly.
like you said, maybe they need to change the message for a different market.
Right. Amen to that.